Hello everyone and welcome to Jer's Motorcycle Repair once again. Today's adventure, we're going to put the carburetor that I rebuilt back on the 83 Shovelhead. So come along and let's have a good time. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe. I appreciate everyone that does that. So let's get started on this adventure. Alright. Well, here's the nice carburetor I rebuilt. All ready to go back on this girl. First thing we're going to do, we have this gasket, James gaskets that I got. That's going to go on first. Spacer. And then the other gasket. In case you guys are wondering why I'm working outside half the time, well, my shop's kind of full. And right now it's nice weather outside. I'm just going to stick these bolts in there. Like that. Stick one gasket on. Should be out riding today because it's such a beautiful day, but I got work to do. Put our spacer on. Our next gasket. Now the carburetor. And yes, I bolted the choke on there already, so I don't have to deal with that. Slide that through. Grab my Allen wrench. I got the top one started. And the bottom one is started. Well, maybe not. There we go. Hang on a second, guys. You know, this is an old Shovelhead. They vibrate really bad. And getting ahead of myself here. I'm going to pull this bolt back out. I'm going to put some blue Loctite on it. On both of them. Yeah, we'll just let that dangle there for a second. These gaskets back off. And drop a bolt. Naturally. Excuse me. Allergy season for me. I am using the stainless steel bolts, Allen heads. They look nicer and they're good quality bolts. I'm just going to put a little bit of blue Loctite on them. Not a bunch. Just a little bit. Now, there we go. Wasn't cooperating with me. Take it and run the bolts around together like this. I just like doing that. And it spreads it out a little bit. You don't have to do that, but that's just me. Everybody's got their thing they do. Alright. Bottom bolt in. Top bolt. First gasket. And shove the bolt back out. Then our spacer. Our other gasket. Grab my Allen wrench. And start the top bolt. Get everything out of my way. Okay, top bolt is started. And get the bottom one going. Well, make sure you get them started straight. You don't want to cross thread them. Because these aluminum carburetors, you can destroy them threads real easy. If it don't go smooth, then you're cross threading it. Okay, I'm going to walk around the backside and tighten it up. Instead of trying to bend over all this. Remember, I left these intake clamps loose. I'd done that on purpose. because we got to get this carburetor lined up, get the air cleaner on it, and that way everything lines up. You know, just don't want to tighten them down and get the air cleaner on and it don't line up with where it's got a bolt to, because the air cleaner helps hold this carburetor and intake in position. Okay. And I will tighten them up last, the clamps on the intake. Alright, carburetor is bolted on there. Yes, it will flop around. Okay. Now, before we get too carried away, I am going to put the nut lock washer for the choke assembly on here. Because this is also the top engine mount. And yes, I am prying that engine over just a little bit to get that bolt down in there. Yeah, when I took this all apart, the top motor mount was not connected. That engine shifted over. So I got it back in its spot where it needs to be, which is a good thing. I am tightening this nut down here on the back side. I'm sorry you guys can't see it right at the moment, but I'm just snugging it up for time being till I get the intake or the air cleaner base put on. Now I can also cheat and come through the front side and get to this nut a lot easier. Or I could actually go get my socket, but it's alright. We're good. Like I said, I'm just snugging it up for the time being. I don't want everything tight yet until I get the air cleaner base on. There we go. That's nice and snug right now. You see, if I pull the choke out, bam, choke closes. And because I don't have a throttle on there, well, it's because everything's not tight either, too. Once I get everything tight, choke will shut off a lot easier. It's not in a bind, it's just things are loose at the moment. Okay, so now we got that. My new gasket goes on the front of the carburetor. It only goes on there one way, just like that. This is our air cleaner base. It's all cleaned up and pretty and shiny. It was gross. It was pretty gross and dirty. And just like the gasket, it only goes on one way as well. Got to line these holes up correctly. Just like that. And in fact, see if I can show you guys. On the back side, put the gasket on there, like so. Like that. Okay? You can see it. There's the gasket. Okay? And let's see, get our holes lined up with the carburetor. And the gasket moved. Which is about normal for the course. Got her. And get them all started, and that gasket will stay in its little happy place. Alright. Ouch. That one in there a little too far. To back it out. And to get this one to start. Well, it wants to throw a fit. Alright, what's going on, kids? Why do we not want to cooperate? Well, I see the deal. I don't hold my tongue right. There we go. Yeah, I get these started just so. I kind of gotta coincide with each other's, go down equally. That is a tight fit. No, I did not put no blue Loctite on these. Once I get them snugged up, I will. I want to get this centered up, and then I'll pull one at a time out. Excuse me. And I'm going to put some Loctite on them. Like right now. Like I said, this old Shovelhead, they vibrate. Little blue Loctite is your friend. Not a bunch, just enough to hold things. You don't have to coat the whole bolt. Just a little drop down on the end of the threads. And that will coat the rest of the threads. I see people just smear that all over, and that's, you don't want to do that. That's wrong. You don't take that much. We definitely want some Loctite on these because you don't want one of these coming out and getting down in the intake. That would be bad. bad. Ruin your engine. Not a good thing. It'd be a very expensive adventure. You know, because rebuilding an engine is not cheap. Take your time, take a little extra caution, put some Loctite on this stuff. You won't have problems. Now, I'm going to tighten these up. I'm not going to go He-Man tight on them, you know. Because this is an aluminum carburetor. You can strip them threads out. Just make sure they're good and snug, you know. Like that. Now, Loctite will seal it, hold it in place, and it'll be fine. And yeah, I'm using a little short Allen wrench so I don't strip. I ain't got a bunch of torque, and I'm not going to strip these bolts out. You strip them bolts out in that carburetor, you're in trouble. See, so now, you see where this bolt's up here? That's what keeps this from moving. That's the importance of air cleaner on this bike. Unlike the newer bikes, which have these two bolts, you know, like twin cams, Milwaukee 8s, they use the breather bolts to hold your fuel injection and carburetor on. These old Shovelheads, no, they relied on these brackets. That's just the way things were made then, at that time. Washer in. I'm not putting Loctite on that. I should, but it's got a lock washer. I mean, it'll be fine. That lock washer will hold that bolt in place. Okay. See, now they don't move much, and so now I can tighten up my bolts. Or my clamps, I mean. My clamps back here. I can tighten the clamps up for the intake. So, I'm going to snug them up. Now my choke should work a lot better. Pull it out. Shove it in. Just like that. And yes, I have not put my throttle cables on there yet. But I've got everything loosened up here. It won't be a big deal. You know, they'll just go right in. Easy peasy. Because you don't pinch your finger. And, okay, I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but when I twist the throttle, this cable here, see, it goes down. Okay? This one, the one with the spring on it, when you twist down, it goes out. And then when you left throttle, it's going to return back. It goes, there's 2 posts in there. This is your return, this is your pull. The back one's a pull, the front one's your return. Always remember, the one with the spring on it, that's return. I'll see if I can get it shoved in there. And yes, I could have done this before I mounted the carburetor, or it'd be a lot easier. You know, but it's alright. Not a big deal. And see, I need to reroute that because that should be behind that oil line, not in front of it. So, we don't need nothing in a bind. Not a big deal. Pull it back off there real quick. Oh, just right behind there. Like it used to be. Make sure your cable lands in the slot, not outside of where it's supposed to be at. And if you don't hold your tongue right, you're not going to get it in there. Okay. Let me grab my little needle nose. So, there we go. All right. Like I said, all I got to do now is just tighten up the clamps on the back side. I will do that. I showed you what they look like. I don't need to bore you with watching me tighten up 2 Allen head clamps. But yeah, carburetor's back on it. Got to adjust the throttle cables up here, you know, because I loosened that all up. I got to readjust it. And carburetor's going to be solid. I'll get the filter on, the outer cover. Got to do some cleaning up here. I got some wiring repair back here where it's rubbing through before I put the tank and everything back on. So it's going to be, hopefully maybe tomorrow we'll get this fired up. I get this done tonight. I don't know if I'll do it tonight, but I may do it tomorrow when I get off work. Work on this wiring, show you guys what I'm going to do, show you where I found it. It's rubbing through. It's going to create a problem. We need to address that and fix that so he doesn't have a problem with the bike. But yeah, there you go. Carburetor's on it. Hopefully we'll have it fired up very soon. We'll get to hear the old girl run. Sound good. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe, and I appreciate every one of you that do. Pass it along to your friends. This is what I'm here for, to help everybody out. Not here to make a buttload of money. Excuse my language, but, you know, I'm just here to help people. That's what I like to do. Y'all be good. Love you. Be safe when you're out there riding. We got plenty of idiots out there, so be careful. See you next time.